How do you use tobacco as a traditional native medicine? Watch this video to find out 5 ways to use native tobacco as a sacred medicine. I'm Mallory Graham, Anishinaabekwa from TribalTradeCo.com. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell for new videos every week on the Indigenous culture, native teachings, and smudging. How do you use tobacco as a medicine? We're here to share these 5 traditional ways to use tobacco as a sacred medicine. We've helped thousands of people find traditional sacred medicines for their unique needs, as well as how to use them, and now it's your turn. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what the top 5 traditional uses of tobacco are. In the Indigenous culture, there are 4 sacred medicines: tobacco, sage, cedar, and sweetgrass. Tobacco, however, is most commonly known for commercial tobacco products. But did you know how important tobacco is for traditional uses in the Indigenous culture? Indigenous people from all over the world have used tobacco for hundreds of years to connect with the Creator, Mother Earth, the spirits, and each other. But why is native tobacco so important? Tobacco is considered the most sacred of the Indigenous sacred medicines. It's used in pretty much every ceremony as a way to connect directly with the Creator. It also is said to be the first medicine to be given to the Anishinaabe people from the Creator. Here are the 5 traditional uses for the native tobacco medicine. The first traditional use for tobacco medicine is in a pipe ceremony. The pipe ceremony is typically held at the beginning of a large gathering, an event, or even a negotiation. In most pipe ceremonies, there is an offering of the pipe smoke to all 4 directions, also to the sky and to the earth, to acknowledge all 4 elements. Each person attending the pipe ceremony take their turn to either blow smoke from the sacred pipe or waft it around their body in order to ask for guidance and protection. An important thing to note is the smoke from the tobacco is typically not inhaled during a pipe ceremony. The second traditional use for the tobacco medicine is the non-smoke offering. Traditionally, dried tobacco leaves are commonly offered to the Creator in a dry, unaltered form. Tobacco leaves may be placed on the ground or sprinkled near the water or placed on a rock as a way of expressing gratitude. When you offer dry tobacco leaves, it's often done in a sacred place, and it's usually accompanied by a prayer to the Creator for whatever purpose that you are making that offering for. Have you ever used tobacco as a sacred medicine? If so, where? Please let us know in the comments below. Now we've looked at the first 2 traditional uses of tobacco as a sacred medicine, which is number 1 in pipe ceremonies and 2 as a non-smoke offering. The third traditional use for native tobacco is in smoke rituals. The most common traditional use of tobacco as a sacred medicine is in smoke rituals, but that doesn't always have to include a sacred pipe. How this is done is tobacco is sprinkled over a fire or over hot coals. My elders have told me that the smoke from the burning tobacco is a direct connection to the Creator. The fourth traditional use of tobacco as a sacred medicine is as a gift to an elder. Tobacco is offered in exchange for knowledge, wisdom, or guidance, or even in exchange for other medicines or healing. If you've received guidance or healing from an elder, a spiritual leader, or a knowledge keeper, that's a good opportunity to give them a tobacco offering as a sign of gratitude. I've also been told by my grandparents that the offering and acceptance of tobacco can be considered a binding contract. Now, the fifth traditional use for tobacco as a sacred medicine is in thanks for other sacred medicines. So along with tobacco, there are 3 other sacred medicines, all of which were gifted to us from the Creator and from Mother Earth. When harvesting sacred medicines, we as Indigenous people will often leave sprinkles of tobacco as an offering of thanks to the Creator and to Mother Earth for giving us those gifts. So now, after understanding these 5 traditional ways of using tobacco as a sacred medicine, you now know why this sacred tobacco medicine is so deeply important to the Indigenous culture. If you're wanting to learn more about the various sacred medicines and the smudging process, then download our free guide at the link in the description below. If you like this video, please let us know by liking it. Tell us what you liked about it in the comments. Be sure to subscribe and share it with your friends. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We will see you next time.